Tell me this isn't the best view from any porta potty ever in the world. Well, this is a really crappy first. I've got a lot of this dirt pile moved and I de-rimmed the tire. Shapoopy. Whew, it's hot. Oh my gosh. Hot. For today's task, I am prepping all of our utilities coming into our house. Oh man, come on baby. Come on baby. Okay. Come on. Well, you guys, first things first, we had to get buckets back up and running. He had a bum foot for a week, so we blew a tire moving a lot of dirt, and I think we're ready to roll again. It makes me wonder if these ones are, yeah, that one feels pretty good. So currently we are moving a lot of soil. If you remember, there was a huge pile of soil right back here behind the house, and that's what we've got to move. One, because it's going to be a walkout basement, so that'll be in the way anyway. But two, I need to bury utility lines. So when you put in a home, even if say you're in the RV world, you need a few things. You need power, you need water, and you need sewer. Now, not everybody has gas. Gas is very common, but not always common. But in this case, we are doing gas as well. So we will have propane, we will have water, we will have power, and we will have septic, or our sewer. So those are the common things you need in a home for it to kind of be functionable. And I know somebody's gonna say, well, if you're boondocking, you don't need that stuff. That's true, but long-term, it's just not gonna happen. A week ago when we did our footing and foundation, we put the copper wire in, which is where our electrical panel is gonna go, which is also the mech closet for all of the house. And so we need to get water there, we need to get power there, we need to get gas there as well, because that's where it's gonna come into the house. And septic doesn't necessarily have to come out of there, but we're gonna make sure there's a drain there because that's where all of our water mech is gonna be. And if something happens to leak, it can drain through that as well. And so we've got to get those four. But I know our septic is gonna come out this way and be out here somewhere. I know our water and our gas are gonna come out this way and wrap around to the back of where my shop is, where you've seen our power utilities go already. Now, I was going to run wire there, but here's the trick with electricity. You can make that wire as long as you want and put power up to it at the beginning, but at the end, it will not read the same. So if you have such a long run on wire, you have electrical drop, meaning it just can't handle pushing the same amps or volts across that distance of wire. And when we were doing the math for this, the route I wanted to go required a ridiculously large wire, almost the same size wire that they're bringing before the transformer comes in. That's ludicrous in cost, and it's really not necessary. It's not the route I want to go, and it would mean our panels had to be different too. And I'll explain more of that. But what we decided was, let's do a trench at the front of the house now, going across as straight to the meter as possible. I cut out almost 65 feet. And so now my amperage is where I want it to be. The wire size is a little bit bigger than I wanted to do initially, but it still works, and it's not that dramatic of a cost change. It was a cost change though, but it gives us the power we want. I will get more into that in a later video when we install that. But today we are still just moving dirt, and we are getting a trench started so that we can put water and gas in at least as soon as possible. My favorite thing about Cache Valley summers is the mornings and nights are cool, so you sleep like a baby. but the daytime gets hot. So it would show up in sweater weather, you are leaving in a t-shirt, and long pants may have been a bad decision, but it's what we got today. Now, since I don't have a fuel truck to come fill up all my vehicles for me, like the big boys do, gotta do it yourself. You take this can, fill it up, it just dumps. I will link this can in the description because they are incredible. I've converted all of my gas cans to these. They're not sponsored. They're not cheap either. They're expensive cans, but I don't waste a dime of gas anymore. Spilling or finagling it or whatever, it just automatically pumps. You just let go. You got your own little funnel hose that empties out. You wanna start it again? It's got the little safety lock. Go, and we are flowing. I love the smell of diesel. I have 2 of these gas cans, and buckets will drink all of it. So realistically, this gets me almost a day's worth of running time out of 10 gallons though. So that's pretty good. It's thirsty. Well, you guys, that entire pile of bad dirt that we dug out of this house is now here. And we've got a lot more to go. This wall is gonna sit 10 feet in the air, so we've got to backfill 10 feet at least. But for the rest of the day, we're gonna dig on the utilities and try to get our water and gas trench done. Well, you guys, that is our water pipe. That is 1.5 inch water pipe that's gonna feed this house. It's probably a little bit big, but I figure I'd rather have more volume than not. So we went with 1.5 inch instead of 1 inch, which is kind of typical on a house. But right now what I'm wanting to do is locate where my sleeves come through. Remember putting these in before we did our footings, and now we wanna access them a little bit so we can start laying in this trench our water and our gas pipe. Man, walking around these footings like this is a little wild because I'm just paranoid about getting gored. That's kind of the wrong tool. I need more of a pickaxe, but these sleeves right there, that is the other side to them. It looks like there's one more back over this way. That's it right there. What initially was going to be power, water, and gas, we're gonna change up. We only need 2 of those now. It stinks being out that pipe, but you see how much trouble that was to dig just already, but having to dig that underneath that footing would be a nightmare. Not using one of the 3 sleeves doesn't bother me near as much as it would have not having sleeves to begin with. So that's what we're doing. This has been a mostly tractor work and digging vlog, and I hope it was still exciting and fun for you. But this is all the digging we're gonna do for today and all the work we're gonna do for today. So if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you don't wanna miss out on any of the videos that we are creating, make sure you hit that notification bell. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Having an old backhoe comes with its tricks. If you want to open this window, pocket knife, set it in, wedge it, and pop. And we're open. See, it's a key that not everybody carries, so it locks. This window's not as secure though, you know. This one functioning properly just means it's, I don't know, less secure. Love to smell the pine trees. And I bet I spent half my time out here just trying to get camera gear.